One of the best ways to look after your car's engine is to change the engine oil on a regular basis. And it's a job you can easily do at home if you follow some fairly simple steps. However, if your car's under new car warranty, you should check with the dealer first to make sure you're not voiding any warranties by changing your oil. Now, the very first step is to pop into your local Auto One store and ask one of our friendly staff for the correct oil and oil filter for your car. And don't forget a new sun plug washer.
How you going? How can I help you?
They'll also help you with any tools or equipment you need to do the job. The tools required will vary from car to car, but essentially you'll need a jack or a set of car ramps to raise the car, a pair of jack stands to secure the car, a socket or a spanner to undo the sun plug, an oil filter wrench, a drain dish and funnel, and some clean rag will also come in handy. Now we have everything we need to do the job, let's get on with it. The first thing we need to do is warm up the engine to operating temperature. Warming the oil will help pick up all the contaminants and sludge and allow it to drain better. Now we have to lift the vehicle so we can get underneath. If your car has a sump plug located at the rear of the sump, you can get away with just lifting the front. However, if the plug is in the middle or the front of the sump, then you have to lift the whole car, as the car must be level to drain all the oil. Now I must stress, never get under any sort of vehicle while it's only supported by a jack. Jacks can fail, therefore always secure it with jack stands. Okay, the car is up and secure and the engine warm. So now we need to locate the sump plug and with the drain dish underneath, undo the plug. Now here's the important bit. Our oil is now hot and can burn. So make sure you're in a position that as you reach the last few threads of the plug, you can flick your hand away from the flow of oil so you don't burn yourself. Once the oil has stopped draining, it's time to install a new washer and screw in the sump plug, making sure you don't over tighten it. Now to our oil filter. These can be located in a couple of different positions. If it's a spin-on style like ours, using the filter wrench, loosen the oil filter and then by hand unscrew it all the way. And just like the sump plug, when it reaches the end, make sure your hand is in a position to get it out of the way of the burning hot oil. The other type of filter is a cartridge filter. First of all, remove the canister from the housing, remove the oil filter, install some new O-rings, and then place the new cartridge filter back in place and screw back onto the housing. Before we install our new oil filter, always put a smear of oil on the seal to stop it sticking and screw it back on until the rubber seal contacts the housing and then 3/4 of a turn, no more. Okay, now everything's done underneath, all we have to do is refill the oil and check for any leaks. It's always best to know your car's oil capacity before starting the job, so you know how much to put back in. If you're not too sure, the guys at Auto One can help you when you grab your oil. Using a funnel, slowly pour about 90% of the total oil capacity into the engine and then wait a couple of minutes for it to drain through. Then start the engine and let it idle for about 30 seconds after the oil light goes off. Then turn off the engine. Check underneath for oil leaks. If all is okay, it's time to put the car back onto level ground. Then top up the oil to the full mark on the dipstick. Be careful not to overfill the engine, as this will cause as many problems as not having enough oil. Well, there you have it, a simple oil change that will keep your engine running at peak performance and when done regularly can save you money.